All right, breaking news. Finally, I've seen the reason why our state house got burnt. And first of all, I just want to say this to Sierra Leoneans. I see most people saying they are happy because the state house is burnt down. I just want you to know that I hope you also know that that state house will not be renovated, neither maintenance or constructed by any other person's money, but our taxpayers' money or probably donors. I hope you know that. Now, I got a call from somebody who is actually who have been working in the Fire Force, National Fire Force Service, and he put up complaints, series of complaints, and even attest that these are the reasons that even we are having major fire outbreaks that we cannot solve, and the state house being burned or being on fire is not an exception at all, because everybody was asking, I mean, how the hell with a country national state house got burnt? I mean, where are the fire savers? Where are the fire service securities? I mean, where are those people who are actually supposed to be checking? This is a $1 million question. And to the extent, somebody even said $200 million have got burnt, which I'm taking as a propaganda, because there is no way the government will keep such money in state house. Now, let me outline the problems here. Problem number one is the National Fire Service that we call Fire Force. Now, I think this is for this particular one, anybody watching me, please share this video. The government may need to do a thorough recheck, a thorough scanning, even if that means they are going to fire from the top down onwards and change the whole system. It will be important. Now, listen to these reasons why this person said is the National Fire Service. Number one, that are the major responsibilities of this particular fire that keep exploding and they cannot be able to fix it. I mean, they are not the one who are actually blowing up the fire. But the reason why they are there as an institution is to actually make sure they control the fire. Now, they said the National Fire Service, too much of being power conscious, too much of supremacy. Now, what do I mean? This person said the law of the National Fire Service is when there is fire in anywhere, there should be bell signal. That means to inform that particular section that fire is going on somewhere. Now, for the current Sierra Leone Fire Service, you have to call the boss. And if the boss don't approve it, it simply means the team will not go to quench the fire. The question is, which sense does that make? What if the boss phone is off? What if the boss phone is unreachable? What if the boss is in a meeting? So are you telling me if the boss did not respond, people's house or offices will be burning? Are you getting the joke? Why will you be conscious of power, forgetting your national duty? That's another question. Number two, they said the National Fire Service lack equipment. Number one, they said the vehicles that they are using, the fire cars or trucks that they are using, these are old ones. They are not maintenance, they are old engines, and they are not rebranded. So sometimes it is slowing up the activities for them to reach at the right location. Number two here is they said even the apparatus, the basic materials like uniform, like other stuff that are supposed to be logistics welfare, is not being well taken care of. Now, when they put this complaint to the right authorities, they will pretend they are not hearing it, which is a very big call for concern. Now, another reason here that we have here is the National Fire Service. When Charles Magai was actually in that position, they said Charles Magai proposed an idea that the National Fire Service should not only be located within the center of the country, but almost every single part of the country, if possible, every single district or chiefdom headquarters, because it is not only the cities that is having fire outbreak. You understand? So they were saying each headquarter or district headquarters should have two fire service institutions or offices, and then the center or the city should have like 4. But unfortunately, they were not able to project this idea as it was supposed to be. So this is even making issues delay, because a fire is occurring here, which simply means the major team have to come over there to come and settle this issue. Now, another problem here is, let's look at the government institutions. Now, I think this is where government have to regulate these rules. You people are saying I am promoting Gambia over Sierra Leone. Let me tell you. In Gambia, let's just say the hospital that I visited that is still ongoing, the National Health Center, there is a fire serviceman. He's there. Even when the work is ongoing, he's there, because as far as there is electricity, there is current, anything can happen at any time. Now, they said in our own country, all the big offices, they don't have firefighters. They have securities, they have this, they have that. There are no firefighters. Now, let me tell you the advantage of that. When we have firefighters in a particular institutions or companies, this simply means when there is a fire outbreak, before the fire force service itself they arrive, that person will have help in dealing with the situation, at least at certain level of percentage. So they are saying all the big institutions over there have security, have this, they have no firefighters. So government should regulate this as a must, that every institution, company, or whatever, they should have a firefighter. Now, the number of the firefighters should increase according to how big the institution is or the company is. Now, let's come to another here. They lack safety materials measures. You all remember the issue that happened at the PNB where the tanker exploded. Now, this person was honest with himself. I told you he's working at the National Fire Service. He said the National Fire Service went there, they did their best to actually deal with the situation of the fire. But you ask yourself the question about that. Why they were trying to put the situation under control, the fire was still blowing out of proportion. Do you know why? He said they were supposed to use fire distinguisher, if that's how you call it. Instead, they were using water because the distinguisher was not available. So it's simply saying, one, the National Fire Service itself needs rebranding. They need to rebrand it, because all these things that are happening right now, from what I'm seeing here, is that they lack rebranding and there is too much power consciousness. Imagine, let's just say in the State House, if there were firefighters, and I'm even sure the State House don't have firefighters, I'm even sure technically, I'm even sure. And even they say the EDSA that got bombed, there are no firefighters. And if these public offices, more especially the public institutions offices, if they are not taking firefighters, it simply means you guys have an agenda of burning down documents that you played corruption role on. You know, the theft, the corruptions, the bribery that is going on, those leakages, you are trying to burn them down. If not, why not have firefighters? And please, I'm saying this to His Excellency, anybody that is watching me, every single bullshit that happened in that country is going on top of your head. Now, it does not necessarily mean you are the one that is putting your fingers in those things, but they said those that bears the great responsibility. My proposal to you is I want you to work on two main things. Number one, you make sure you check the National Fire Force, rebrand it thoroughly, because this attack is on the State House right now. We don't know where next it might happen. And if we have institutions that's firefighters that lacks the equipment, that are not doing what they are supposed to, then it simply means the lives of citizens is at stake. The life of people is at stake. So please make sure you screen them thoroughly. Who is not supposed to be there, kick them out, and please provide them with the necessary equipment. Some even said to the extent, even uniforms they don't have. They even said, even telephones, if you don't have a phone for yourself, you cannot communicate. And fire institutions such as the fire service should have their own branded mobile phones that they should be using. When you go to work, you use it. After work, you leave it there. And so that we'll avoid further problems like this, because everybody was asking this $1 million question: why would the fire break in State House? And not only break in State House, but got the place so burnt to the point, I mean, that was so huge, like it was unbreakable. Okay, and I hope this helped, and share this video so that the necessary authorities can see it. Thanks for watching, and then I will see you in the next video. So after watching the video, please my sister, please my brother, subscribe to this channel. Now actually free for subscribe, and as you subscribe, on your notification button, because you don't go and miss any video what will they drop now with channel. This now your contribution, 1 in a million ways where they motivate me for continue for do more videos. As you don't subscribe, I will see you in the next video.